Why would I'm going to ask the same question, why would you want to be a spectator of the goodness of God? Why would you want to be, why wouldn't you want to be a reference point of God's goodness? Why wouldn't you want to be the spectacle? Hello everyone, how you doing? Super fan here to my channel. You're very welcome. You see, made me sing. You're very welcome. My name is Aqua and I'm really excited that you're here today. Please don't make today your last. There's always something here to bless you every Wednesday. And for everyone of you that have been with me on this journey, thank you so much. You know I love you guys already. I'll say it again. I love you guys. Thank you, and I really appreciate you all. Thank you. Right. So today I want to come quickly to share something. I mean, I have something else to talk about, but you know, this morning as I was reading the Bible, this is Tuesday, the 7th, you're going to see this video on the Wednesday. There's something that really impacted me and I thought to come and share. You know, I'm not selfish. I'm very generous and I'm going to share to my family on YouTube. Right. So basically what it was, and this becoming a thing now. Maybe we'll call this series car series, where I'm doing things from the car. Because sometimes you just have a moment between dropping up one child and picking up the other one. Like, okay, let me do something productive while I'm waiting. Right. So it was from 2 Kings chapter 2. So let me just say, in this movie or in this play, the three main characters, there's Elijah, there's Elisha, and then the sons of the prophet. Yeah. So in 2 Kings chapter 2, I mean, if you don't know Elijah is, please, he was a very powerful prophet of God. He used mightily by God. Please go read 2 Kings. I mean, we were first introduced in 1 Kings, actually, chapter 19, if I'm not mistaken. But what I'm talking about is from 2 Kings chapter 2. So Elijah was the prophet, the master, and Elisha was his servant. And then there were the sons of the prophet. So Elijah was going to be taken to heaven. So on this particular day by a whirlwind. So Elisha was going with him. And then we got to a point. Elijah said, you know what, please stay here. The Lord has sent me to Bethel. I need to go. And Elisha was like, really? I'm sure he'd be like, really? Elisha said, no, as the Lord lives and as your soul lives, wherever you go, I'm going to go with you. I'm not going to leave you. So they went together from where they were in Gilgal, I think. And then they went to Bethel. Now, when they got to Bethel, there were some sons of the prophet there. So the sons of the prophet are kind of like association of prophets, isn't it? And they were saying to Elisha, do you know your master is going to be taken away from you today? I'm sure he's thinking, seriously, that's still news, I know. And I was like, yes, I know. Thank you. Be quiet about it. And then from there, Elijah then says to him, do you know what? Please stay here. The Lord has sent me to Jericho, and I just stay back here. And Elisha said the same thing, like, why would I? No, sir, I'm going with you. And then they went together. There again, the sons of the prophet also came again. Do you know that your master is going to be taken away from you today? I was like, yes, I know. You know, I'm sure it was like, oh, these people don't have better things to do with their time. You know, so when it was at Jericho, he said the same thing again, stay back here, the Lord has sent me to Jordan. And Elisha I'm sure be like, master, you should know by now, you should know where my heart lies, I'm not going anywhere. And so Elisha said the same thing to him, I'm going to go with you and all that. Now, in Jericho, where he was, because they're going to go over to Jordan, there were 50 of the sons of the prophet who actually followed them. So they went with them just for the sole purpose, just to watch. So they knew Elisha was going to be taken away. Elisha was going with him. So they wanted to go see, just wanted to watch. That was their sole reason of following Elijah. And then when they got to the bank of the river, obviously Elijah, it's river, so he used his mantle, he struck the water, and then he parted, and then they went across the Jordan. Now, these sons of the prophet, 50 of them were just there waiting to watch. And so when they had gone on dry land to the other side, I'm sure Elijah was really impressed, like, with this his servant Elisha, like, no, ask me something that you want me to do for you before I'm taken up away from you. And was like, I want a double portion of your spirit. Elijah says to him, what you've asked is really difficult, but if you see, what you've asked is difficult. However, you see, I'm not the one who like however. Elijah like however. However, if you see me being taken up, then so be it. You're going to have it. If not, you wouldn't have it. And then they were walking, and then they were going, and all of a sudden there was this chariot of fire, horses of fire, and then a whirlwind took Elijah. Obviously, Elisha cried, my master, my master. But Elijah's mantle had fallen down, and Elisha took it. And so on his way back, I think it was at the bank of the river, and then he took the mantle, like, where's the God of Elijah, you know, and then struck the water and it parted on dry land and it went across. Now, these sons, 50 sons of prophet, 50 able-bodied men just watching, they came to Elisha and then they bowed down to him in respect, like truly the spirit of Elijah is on Elisha. So basically, these 50 sons of prophet, they witnessed everything that happened. They saw, they watched. That was their reason, their purpose of following. So they actually fulfilled their purpose. They watched, they saw. Now, I'm going to the reason why I'm sharing this story today. So if we say, let's just say for the purpose of this story, let's say Elijah here represents God. All that God represents, his mercy, his goodness, his faithfulness, God in his entirety. And then the Elisha and the 50 sons of the prophet represent us. We who know God, we who serve God, we who've heard about God. A whole lot of us, you know. So, God's goodness from this story is available to every one of us. Because the other sons of the prophet, they knew Elijah's going to be taken off. So they knew, so it was not like classified information. They knew that Elijah's going to be taken up that day. The same information they had, Elisha had. So they knew. However, in this story that we had, if looking at Elisha and the sons of the prophet, was only Elisha who had access, who actually received something from Elijah. Now, so let's look at Elijah. If you look at Elisha, what lesson can we learn from him from here? Why was it different from the sons of the prophet? Why did he get something from Elijah and not the other sons of prophet? Well, first thing you see, Elisha was very loyal. He was loyal to his master. Second thing we're going to see here is Elisha had a vision. He had a goal. He had a purpose. See, when Elijah asked him, what do you want? He knew what he wanted. So he was following his master. He knew what he wanted. He wasn't just living life aimlessly. Like, he had a purpose. He had a goal. He wasn't distracted. There were so many things that could have distracted him. See, they were laughing. I'm sure they were just making fun of him. Your master is going to go today. That didn't bother him. He was focused, very focused. Even when, obviously, his master that he served and loved was going to be taken away, he knew that would have made him really sober and just, but no. He still followed to the very end. He wasn't distracted by anything. He was focused. Elisha was a faithful servant. He was faithful to the very end, like till the very end, and he saw his master being taken up. And we can see that he had what he wanted because he was very faithful to the end. And if something to note again from Elisha, he didn't just wish it. I'm sure all his years of serving his master, he's looked up to him. Like, this man is my mentor. I love him. I want to be like him. I want to get the same things that he has from God. I want to be able to hear from God like he hears from God. I want to be able to be bold and courageous because Elijah was very bold. He was courageous and all of that. But he didn't just wish them like, I wish I could be like my master. No, he didn't wish it. He was very intentional about it. He followed to the very end. He was deliberate. He was very, very intentional. I always say that wishes don't produce results. You have to be very intentional. Elisha was one intentional person. So something to take home from there as well. Now let's look at the sons of the prophet. Interestingly, they were doing something as well. They were moving because when Elijah and Elijah were going, they were following. So they were following, they were going to they were active, they were busy. They just didn't have a focus. They didn't have any goal. They were just going, their motives were wrong. They were following Elijah, following just for the purpose to see. They just want to see. Like, I want to see. They just basically what I call spectators. They just wanted to watch. They want to see. They want to know everything. Back home in Nigeria, I would call it aproko. They just want to know everything. They're just very nosy. They want to know. But the information is useless to them because they don't have any goal and purpose. So even if you know everything and you don't have a purpose, it's kind of pointless because you don't know what to do with it, isn't it? You don't know what to do with it. They didn't have any vision. They didn't have any purpose. They're just going. Just moving, just going around in circles, but not going anywhere in particular, you know. And so they didn't really get anything. And so that's what really, why I'm really sharing this story to them. What really impacted when I said I was impacted by it was, why would I'm going to ask the same question. Why would you want to be a spectator of the goodness of God? Why would you want to be, why wouldn't you want to be a reference point of God's goodness? Why wouldn't you want to be the spectacle? Why do you want to keep watching? There's some people, They know all the powerful men of God. They know all the powerful anointed minister of the gospel music ministers. They know every church where everything is happening. They know all the programs happening. They know everything. But year in, year out, there's no difference in their life. There's no growth. There's no change. Because they just know all of these things for the sake of knowing. But they're not using information for anything. They're just spectators. They just like to watch. They like to see. They like to know. Watch, see. But no impact in their life. And so that's the same thing. But so this is a new year. Yeah, it's still new. This is February. It's still a new year. We all have different things that we wish for this year. But wishes don't produce results. You've claimed this is your year of blessings, your year of blossoming. Hi, Auntie Bosala. Keep using blossoming. Your year of so many things. All good, like I said, all good. But they're going to just remain year of that, no result if you're not intentional about them. You can't keep being a spectator this year. Choose your spectatorship is enough. Is enough. You spectated enough. I don't know if that's a word. If that's not a word, sorry, I've just coined one word. You spectated enough. Be a spectacle of the goodness of God. I want to be a spectacle of the goodness of God. I want people to see me as a reference point of God's goodness. Be a key player in the kingdom of God this year. Don't just be a spectator. So it really struck me. Like, and I'm going to share with you people. So that's it. That's all really. That's it really. And I'm just thinking, like, I don't want to be a spectator. No, I don't want. I don't want to be here. Oh, that they said this one, that one. Can you imagine? They came and started. They bowed down to Elisha. Meanwhile, they were there. They saw everything, but there was no impact in their life. Nothing. But Elisha knew what he wanted. He knew his focus. He did, and he got everything that he wanted. So my encouragement to everyone is, I'm encouraging myself as well. Be a key player in the things of God. Grow this year. Don't just be a spectator. Be a spectacle. Let people see you and say, there is a God. Okay, good. That's all I wanted to share quickly today. And I'll see you next Wednesday. And if this video has blessed you, please like, share some of the things that will bless as well. And that's it. Bye. Enjoy the rest of your day and God bless you. And the rest of your week and the rest of this year being a spectacle of God's goodness. Bye.